Welcome to the WHHI News. I'm Allie McNair. Here's a look at your headlines. A Bluffton man is facing charges of criminal sexual conduct with a minor. Authorities say 61-year-old Carmelo Catalan Romero was taken into custody last Friday following an investigation into a sexual battery case that occurred several years ago in Bluffton. At the time of the assault, the victim was younger than 11 years old. Well, the South Carolina Superintendent of Education says school districts should disregard new federal regulations that would expand the definition of sex discrimination under Title IX to protect gay, lesbian, and transgender students. In a memo to state superintendents, Ellen Weaver wrote, quote, South Carolina students are not pawns to be sacrificed in cynical political gambits. Accordingly, our state will defend the inherent dignity of every person while refusing to upend long-standing federal law, violate common sense, or acquiesce to radical attempts to redefine biological reality by bureaucratic diktat, end quote. Weaver, a Republican who is in her second year as state superintendent, has taken a more political approach to the office than her predecessors. Advocates for the LGBT plus community in South Carolina responded to Weaver's memo by saying the superintendent is endorsing discrimination. Well, do you have some old, outdated medications or some no longer needed prescriptions that you want to get rid of before a young child or someone else might get a hold of them? The Drug Enforcement Agency is hosting a National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day in our area this weekend. On Saturday, the Beaufort County Alcohol and Drug Abuse Department, along with the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office, will collect old and no longer needed medications at 2 locations. You can drop off your medications on Saturday, 10 to noon, either at the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office Law Enforcement Center in Beaufort or at the Hilton Head Bluffton Government Center in Bluffton. Well, a horse had to be euthanized after it jumped a fence, ran into traffic, and was struck by a pickup truck in Bluffton on Wednesday. The horse escaped from the Moss Creek stables, ran onto Highway 278 west of the bridge to Hilton Head Island, and its legs were broken when it was struck by the truck. According to the Bluffton Township Fire District, firefighters responded to the crash about 8 in the morning. A local veterinarian was on the scene to assist. The driver of that pickup truck wasn't injured. Well, all boaters, listen up. A safe boating course will be offered by the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary this Saturday at the Palmetto Electric Co-op in Hardeeville. The course will run from 9 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. There is a $40 registration and textbook fee, and if you want more information, you can text Joel Frank at 910-380-2860, 910-380-2860. Well, the Marine Corps Recruit Depot wants the public to know that it's conducting training exercises through the end of this month. Now, that means if you live or work in Beaufort or Port Royal, don't be alarmed if you see the Corps' Rotary aircraft flying overhead during those exercise events. For more information on these stories and more, visit the news sources on your screen and be sure to check us out on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Also, if you have a story idea, email us at news@WHHITV.com. With a look at sports, here's Justin Jarrett.
Hey, it's time for Last Night in the Loco on WHHI, powered by LocoSports.com. The May River baseball team's region title hopes fell by the wayside with a loss to top-ranked James Island on Monday, but the Sharks weren't deterred in the rematch last night at Landshark Park. Corn and Logan Hargis battled on the mound to keep May River in it, and the Sharks twice rallied to reclaim the lead before holding on 8-5 to hand the Trojans their second loss of the season and their first to a South Carolina opponent. The Bluffton Bobcats rallied past Colleton County 6-4 thanks to a stellar relief outing from Tyler Wolfe, while Beaufort High fell 4-3 at Hanahan. Patrick Henry beat Battery Creek, and Hilton Head Christian Academy blanked John Paul II. James Island got the better of May River on the softball diamond in a 3-0 win, and Colleton County routed Bluffton behind a huge night from Bailey Cox, who was 4 for 5 with a homer and 6 RBIs. She'll stay home and play at USC Salkehatchie next year. The soccer teams from Patrick Henry and Beaufort Academy split a pair of shootouts, with the PHA girls and BA boys winning in penalties, and the Hilton Head High boys and Beaufort girls took the team titles at the Beaufort County Track and Field Championships. Beaufort's Eric Smart and Izelta Antia each won 3 events. And it was signing day at Hilton Head Christian Academy, where 4 senior student athletes formalized their plans for the fall. A trio of football stars signed, with punter Tucker TV-Paw taking his talented toe to the Miami Hurricanes, receiver Tyshawn Mansell headed to North Greenville, and lineman Jackson Conrad off to Lenore Rhine, while hooper Dorian Janvier chose Coker College. We'll recap another busy night on the Loco sports scene at 10 p.m. tonight on The Lowdown. Come hang out with us. For Loco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Loco.
Thanks, Justin. When we come back, we're going to find out about an organization that does a lot to help disabled adults. Stay right there.